Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the Niles Chamber of Commerce for hosting this luncheon and thank everyone here today. Your attendance demonstrates that you care about our village, that you believe you can make a difference to make it possible here, which is our new tagline. Last year, I spoke to you about Niles' exceptionalism, that we provide services outside the regular scope of most other municipalities. Namely, that we provide specific social service through our Senior Center, Family Services Department, our Teen Center, and finally our Fitness Center. These four divisions of government are subsidized by taxpayers in the amount of approximately $2 million. To that point, I was unclear whether taxpayers were ever consulted or given the opportunity to weigh in on these services and the costs to provide them. Being a proponent of transparent government and the democratic process, the Council, at my urging last year, placed upon the ballot in the election of March 2016 an advisory referendum. The question was whether the residents wish to continue to support these four initiatives. I am very proud to report, that the good people of Niles care enough to support these programs and voted for their continuance by 88% to continue the programs, which was very nice. At this time, permit me to introduce the department heads who administer the four social programs and all the rest of the programs that make ours the exceptional village of the North Shore. If the department heads would stand and then just hold acknowledgement, and then we can go on. The Senior Center, Kelly Mickle, if you would stand. The Fitness Center, I'll hold your applause if you don't mind. The Fitness Center, Carl Maniscalco. The Teen Center, Mark Williams. Family Services Department, Tony Hollenbach. Community Development, Chuck Ostman. Human Resources Department, Kathy Barnett. Communications and Multimedia Coordinator, new to the position but doing an excellent job, Mitchell Johnson. Public Works Department, Mary Anderson. Economic Development Coordinator, Ross Clicker. IT Department, Bill Shaw. Fire Department, Chief Borkowski, who is not here but is represented by Chief Marty Feld. Police Department, Dennis McInerney. Finance Department, Jeff Martinovich. Jeff is new to our village. Jeff was Bartlett's finance director for 9 years and brings 21 years of municipal finance experience to our town. He is the recipient of many awards for excellence. That's Jeff. Assistant Village Manager, Hadley Skeffington Voss. Village Clerk, Marlene Victorine. Village Manager, Steve, are you here? Okay, well. And our Village Attorney, Daniel Griesick. A round of applause. Please. Continuing, I'm very happy to announce that the state of the village is very, very good. Revenues are both stable and to some extent increasing. Sales tax revenue is 0.036% higher than the prior year. All sales tax funds in fiscal year ending April 30th, 2016 were a staggering $26,952,901. Niles ranks in the top 15 sales tax revenue producers in the state of Illinois. Property tax levy was raised 3.9% recently, specifically for fire and police pensions, for an expected revenue source of $193,000. They are funded, the pension funds for police and fire, are funded at 42% and 40% respectively. Video gaming, which is new to our town, revenue for fiscal year 2018 is expected to be $141,000, and that goes directly to the pension funds. Our initiatives for economic development are paying dividends. Currently, we have 3 revenue-sharing agreements, one with Costco for the gas pumps, one with Fresh Farms on Gulf, and another for Gulf Mill Ford. We have 2 tax increment finance districts, both operating successfully. The Milwaukee Tui TIF is one, and that's the oldest, soon to be expiring, and the Grosse Pointe Tui TIF, otherwise known as the Tui Arts and Cultural Corridor. Finally, we have 13 6Bs. We have 1 7C and 1 7B. These are, according to my knowledge, since 2007, some of them the earliest, and all operating successfully. Pointedly, I was given a graph by staff. The gap between residential and commercial property tax paid is less today than in 2011. The gap is shrinking, and in terms of residential, the percentage for residential is decreasing, meaning less taxes for the homeowner. I stress this point to all those who falsely claim that economic incentives for businesses raises residential property tax. It's not the case at all. More interestingly than the above, at Gulf Mill Shopping Mall, Ulta Cosmetics is locating where the food court currently exists, and the food court will be relocated near the movie theater entrance. At the Dempster Sports Authority Mall, Big Lots is moving to the Sports Authority location. Michaels is improving their space. Harbor Freight Tools is moving into the Big Lots location, which is all good news. So there's a lot of initiative going into the Dempster shopping center there. Let me report on our initiatives for infrastructure improvements, which is always very, very important. Stormwater Tier 1 construction projects are nearing completion. Mary Hill Cemetery detention, Our Lady of Ransom detention are basins that are all capturing water, have been doing so for the last 2 years. The Cleveland Avenue Storm Sewer project is 95% complete. All three projects are saving approximately 200 homes from flooding. That doesn't include the 400 who took part in the 50-50 flood reduction program, which is totally different. So Niles has stepped up to the plate to save about 600 households water from entering the property. These projects are all funded by the 0.25% sales tax surcharge. No property tax is allocated to these projects. We are replacing water mains, more of infrastructure, 3.4 miles thus far. We are moving onto Tier 2 storm water control, designing a water retention basin under what will be, we hope, the new park at Oak Mill. In other words, there's a park, there was a bank, the village bought the bank. We're going to tear it down and hopefully join it into one big park and festival grounds, a place where people can come together. Building home values by building desirability, by building community, is still of the highest priority. To that end, the administration promotes community-based events. New to this list is the Holiday Inn Express Niles Cycling Classic with Community Block Party. I'm going to repeat that. The Holiday Inn Express Niles Cycling Classic with Community Block Party. That's new. It's a professional bike race through the neighborhood at Oak Park with select block party venues around the course. This is a professional bike race that the kids will be able to use the course and go through it. But it's new, it's exciting. It's called the Holiday Inn because they're sponsoring with a very large donation. Also, not to forget the multitude of residents who live in our multifamily residences. This season, the inaugural growing season for the farm on Franks, which gives folks the opportunity to grow homegrown vegetables who don't have a backyard. So the farm on Franks was done with the administration. Hadley, your team, good job. 2 years ago, we formed the Commission for Economic Development and Neighborhood Renewal so as to harness the great array of talent from residents and business owners. Some of their work that they have done was to consult on the new Niles branding, our logo, new signage, street signs and signs that introduce people to our village, and neighborhood designation with naming. We took an action of the board to name our neighborhoods. Now we just have to sign them. Their new charge is threefold in the current and coming year. Threefold. market Niles through marketing our schools, to create home design district along South Milwaukee Avenue, and finally to work with local lenders, creating a program to extend credit for home remodeling and expansion. I'm happy to announce that in the next week, Niles will take ownership of the Leaning Tower and the land which it graces. Taking title will allow us first to have the tower placed on the National Historic Registry, and secondly, and trustees, we have to still talk about this, but we've been advised, secondly, to create a not-for-profit foundation that will raise funds through donations with the ultimate goal of acquiring the land for which we can build a community center with entertainment parkland. Hopefully that will be in conjunction with the YMCA. Finally, as mayor, one of the largest generators of citizen complaints is the ever-rising increase in our water rates. Lots of phone calls. I'm pleased to announce that in the next quarter, Niles, with its partner Morton Grove, will hopefully sign agreements to purchase water from the city of Evanston. This massive project, costing approximately $100 billion, will provide savings from the very day that the spigot is turned on. We will be at base of Chicago rates and consistently going down after that. With those savings, we will be able to better rebuild our own water distribution system. That completes my presentation. Again, I stand here as a part-time mayor and couldn't have been doing any of this without Chamber, you all, and of course staff, and my family too. So I thank you all, and Katie, that's it.